Warm welcome, car enthusiasts. We have a very exciting review for you today. To my right is the 2023 Lamborghini EVO Spyder in Nero Noctis Black. And in just a few minutes, we're going to take you through the very key selling points of this performance sports vehicle. When you think about the pride of Italian manufacturing, you think about Italian exports, you think chocolates, you think fashion, and of course sports vehicles. Now, Lamborghini is roughly about 60 years old. This is a company that was initially Italian owned and then has changed ownership over the years and is currently under the ownership of Volkswagen Group and specifically Audi. Initially, the first products that the founder, Ferrucci Lamborghini, initially had produced were trucks and other electrical appliances. And over time, they morphed into a company that produced sports vehicles. Some of you might be wondering why the emblem of the brand is the bull. Now, the founder of Lamborghini was absolutely obsessed with bullfighting, which is why a number of the initial models of the brand were named after prize-winning bulls. So that's our fun fact for the day. Okay, so here I am. Again, slightly counterintuitive for those of us like myself who drive regular cars. You have your trunk space at the front and you have your engine at the back. Now, this is a relatively small trunk space. Again, you're not expected to be taking anything more than groceries or a bag and maybe a very, very small case. A nice touch from Lamborghini. We also have a power outlet here. At the far edges of this Huracan EVO, you have these very finely cut trafficators, a very, very low profile bumper. This is a racing vehicle. You have this very, very finely cut headlamps. You have LEDs for the DLRs, the daylight running lights. You also have LEDs for the headlamps as well to give you optimal vision. And you can see that these headlamps occupy as minimal space for the frontage of the vehicle as possible. So let's take a look at the engine. So here I am at the rear. Well, you have the engine in the rear because this is a racing vehicle. So yeah, this is like Back to the Future. You have lots of stainless steel feels. You have these airflow intake here, and you have the engine which is embedded right below this hood. Now you have your 5.2 liter V10 engine right underneath this beautiful rear hood. Now, rather than typically having your dual exhaust at the base of the vehicle, you have them slammed right in the center, and they have this really, really old school. This is really, really tough stuff. Very beautiful piece of art. Beautiful but well placed air vents all the way through the rear, again to keep this massive engine nice and cool. You have these beautiful cutouts here, again adding to the ostentatious nature of this vehicle. You have these beautiful slices again at the base. So here I am in the driver's seat of the 2023 Lamborghini Huracan EVO. Quite a work of art. This is an almost hexagonally shaped steering wheel. You have plastics, you have leathers, and you have this beautiful stitching all the way running around the steering wheel. Again, this is a sport Formula One-esque racing vehicle, so lots of grip, which you would expect. You have paddle shifters. This is a 7-speed automatic. You have paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, and you also have the advantage of a manual gear for those who like a more active and dynamic drive. Now, there's just a lot to talk about. You have lots of fiber, you have lots of hard plastics, you have this beautiful aluminium Lamborghini titular description of the vehicle here. You've got lots of vents in and around the vehicle to keep you nice and cool. The roof is down, but again, you can enjoy the ventilation. You've got speaker outlets in and around the vehicle. Again, lots of hexagonal, lots of sharp shapes and cuts all around the vehicle. You have a digital gauge cluster. You have lots of controls in the center console of the steering wheel for ease of access. You have this beautiful Lamborghini emblem in the center of this beautiful steering wheel. And you have 3 different drive modes. You have Sport, Strada, and Corsa. Again, Strada is like your comfort, Corsa and Sport slightly aggressive driving modes. You have easy access to controls for your windows, your trafficators, and other functions pertaining to the exterior of the vehicle here. You have your 8.3-inch infotainment screen, which will take you through things like the performance of the vehicle, your fuel economy, your service life, and the rest of that. You have this beautiful red flip, which you can flip upwards to engage and put the car in start. You don't actually have to lift it up. If you're lazy like me, you can just push right through the gap there. So yes, this is a Lamborghini, but very, very easy functionality for such a performance vehicle. Now, from where I'm sat, as I've explained earlier, these are bucket seats, so we are barely just no more than 10 to 12 inches off the floor. But just look at the artistry that's got into producing these chairs. You have concavity to the left and the right of the rib cage. Again, when you're going around bends or you're going at high speeds, this chair will grip you along with the seat belt to keep you safe. You do have airbags in and around this vehicle in case of any unwanted collision or accidents. You also have aeration here to keep the seats nice and ventilated. And again, our beautiful Lamborghini emblem and just this very, very high quality stitching and this fiberglass again that also adds to the beauty of this vehicle. Adjusting the seats nice and easy. You have this lever here and then you make your adjustments accordingly. Now you have 19-inch tires. These are Pirellis. These are racing vehicles, nice and sharp. You have this beautiful, almost skeletal-like alloy wheel. Stainless steel brake pads is the norm, but you can also have performance ceramics. These have red calipers. Again, red on black, very, very nice coloration, especially when you're moving at speed. We have the titular format of the vehicle. This is the Huracan EVO 2023, which we've already discussed before. Not a side sweep, but we have this beautiful concave shape that goes in before you open the car doors. Now, if you just look at the lines of this vehicle from the back, you have these really, really sharp edges and pillars that come in and tail off, and there's just a very hexagonal feel. This is a soft top. You have a almost maroon red on a black interior. You do also have tinted windows as well, not excessively, but again adds a nice touch of aesthetic beauty to this vehicle. Front mirror is not tinted. Again, visibility nice and easy. And then this being a rear wheel drive, you have trunk space at the front and you have the engine at the back. Just an interesting contraption to open the door. You just push at the front and pull at the back, and voila. Unfortunately, this does bring us to the end of today's review. Today we have had the joy of reviewing the 2023 Huracan EVO Spyder in Nero Noctis Black. If you love Formula One racing vehicles, you'd love to own a choice vehicle like this that can go 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds flat, 602 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque. You love aerodynamics and you love a head turner wherever you find yourself. The Huracan EVO Spyder is certainly the performance sport vehicle for you. This review has been brought to us proudly by Mayfair Autos. Thank you all for listening.